Hi everyone, this is Adrian. Um, so, a small point came up tonight. I almost didn't want to share it because I keep having thoughts like this isn't worth sharing. It's too small. It's too insignificant. Um, it's not profound enough. And then, interestingly enough, I saw like my mind wander into like projections of like what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna say it. I guess to justify and validate that what I'm saying is good enough, apparently. But that's really not the point of vlogging. Is it's not the point isn't to be profound and impress others with my wisdom and insights or whatever. Um, so anyway, uh, basically tonight I was out skateboarding with some friends, and um, while I was skating, there were a couple guys nearby me, and all of a sudden I heard this music playing, and it was like punk rock. It was like skate punk. It was like fast punk rock music. And I just heard like the beat roughly at first, not very clearly. And it was interesting because I only noticed this much like later on in the night. I didn't actually notice this in the moment that it happened. But immediately when I started hearing this like fast skate punk beat, I started thinking like I assumed that it was the person near me who was playing this music. And my mind immediately went to thoughts of like, oh, like I'm surprised they listened to that. But like a pleasant surprise, like, oh, that's cool. That's so cool that he listens to that music. Because if anyone doesn't know, I'm in Thailand right now, and skate punk just isn't common music. I like it, um, but yeah, it's just not very common. So um, anyway, what was interesting about this was just how immediately and naturally my mind started going into judgment. Positive judgment, but judgment nonetheless, where I started basically thinking like, oh, that's so cool. Like he likes the same music as me, and within that, like almost immediately going to a point of like relatability, or I don't even know if that's a word, being able to relate to a person. Like, oh, this person's like cooler in a way. Like I can talk to them more. I'm more comfortable with them. Their status went up a notch in my mind, and I mean, it doesn't make sense to judge or validate others or give myself permission to have more of an understanding and closeness and relation with others just purely based on the fact that they listen to the same music that I listen to, and they like the same music that I like. Because within that, I'm naturally going to judge, other kinds of music that don't fall into the category of what I like. And, as long as judgment is of the mind and it exists as thoughts, then you have to know that there's another side to that coin, and that there's going to be negative judgments. Um, so, may as well do the forgiveness right here. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to judge others as good or bad based on the music that they like, and specifically, I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to judge others in a positive and more favoring way because they like the same music that I like, and therefore to judge others who do not like the same music that I like in a more negative and unfavorable light. Um, Furthermore, I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to have judged and defined the music that I listen to as being good or better than others simply because it is the music that I listen to and I enjoy. Um, right. So that's all for tonight. See you next time.